well, you must be very satisfied after what is a tremendous all-round performance by your side.
Yeah, I thought we were good today. We were good. We were physical. We were energetic. We showed all the best qualities, really. Well disciplined. We kept our cool when a couple of things potentially were going against us. We didn't quite convert a couple of more opportunities we'd have liked to. A couple of scrum pens, but we actually didn't waver. We didn't get dented by any of that kind of stuff, and that shows we're in a really good place. I thought physically and mentally we're in a really, really good place today. Great credit to the players for, as they turning up in that frame of mind and that prepared to work that hard to get the result, because that was a big performance today. And to get the 4-0 win here today has opened up things for us so much. Put things so much back into our hands that that's all we can really ask for, isn't it? To go into the last game of the season already qualified, but with the opportunity to get a home semi-final is pretty good going. And what I want to make sure now is that the lads really take that opportunity.
I thought tactically absolutely spot on, because they got some dangerous runners, but you hardly gave them a sniff today.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Some of the kicks to the corner I thought in the first half were good decisions. There's a bigger breeze out there than people probably realise, and some of the shots, if they'd been a goal, would have been, I'm not saying 50-50, but they were far from straightforward shots at goal. And I actually think keeping possession and keeping that wearing down process going on Wasps was actually quite important by the end of today, because the reality is they did have a tough game last weekend when we were off, and you have to make that count, and you make that count by making them defend and making them have to move and making them have to work. And I thought we did that really well today. I thought we controlled possession and territory really well, and actually I think probably when we review the game we might be a little frustrated with the scoreboard for the amount of possession and territory we had, but having said that, if you don't score and you just keep your foot down, you do stay in the 22 and you keep going again, you keep going again and keep going again, sooner or later something will break, and I think that's very much what happened today. Sooner or later a wall will break if you keep hitting it hard enough, and that's a lot what happened today.
Defensively at times you were so good in defence, they were almost standing around thinking, well, what do we try next?
Yeah, and I think that was probably the most pleasing part of the game, to limit them to 3 points, and not only to limit them to 3 points, but also to limit them to so few opportunities. I can't really think of too many times when I was thinking we're really under the cosh here, we're having to weather a storm. There wasn't really any storms to weather out there for us today, but that was because we dealt with things face first up. Guys were completing their tackles, we had good line speed, we held our width on the pitch really well. We stood in front of their attacks and got ourselves organised and talked really well, not really early, and it just cuts away those opportunities that Wasps converted when we played them in the quarter-final. But as I said, I'm not getting too proud away with it. We have to be honest with ourselves, and that was a Wasps team that's had some tough games. They will know they weren't at their best today. They will be fresh when we play them, if we do play them again, because they'll have a week off as well before we play. So whatever happens, it's going to be an absolute humdinger. Hopefully we're hoping it's going to be here, but to do that we've got to go to Harlequins, and we've got to play very, very well, because they've got a lot to play for as well, and they're a proud club and they've got a good home record.
The fans today created what felt like a cup final atmosphere out there today.
Yeah, and I thought they all realised how an important a game it was and how big a game it was, and they were behind the team right from the start, weren't they? And it just got better and better, and I think it's like anything, isn't it? A team grow with support, don't they? They grow and they swell on the day, and I thought that's what happened. I thought we looked like we were getting stronger and more confident, and Wasps started to look like the fatigue of the last couple of weeks was going to set in, and that's kind of what we had to do. We had to hit them hard, hit them early, and just make the fatigue element worth something. And I think in the end that's what we did. We made the fatigue element worth something, and that was always going to be the decider, I think.
Must win at the Stoop probably, because Wasps have got London Irish at home, but they're going to have things to play for. Conor O'Shea's last home game before leaving, and of course they could still get a top 6 place as well.
That's right, and that's what we've got to remember. It's a very important game for Harlequins, and it's probably the first thing I'm going to impress on the boys is that the last thing we should be thinking is that we're going there because we've got something to fight for that they haven't. That would be a real killer for us. And we've got to make this game mean something. We're already in the semi-finals, so let's make the day's win really mean something. And the way we make it really mean something is that we go to Quins, we play really well, and we hopefully give this great crowd an opportunity to come and cheer us again, because that's what sport's all about, isn't it? It's about getting in front of your home crowd and giving everyone opportunities to see some really good stuff.
You've got quite a good record there as well, haven't you, in recent seasons?
Yeah, we've done okay. I mean, games between us and Harlequins are normally pretty good games, normally nail-biting, normally a bit exciting for right and wrong reasons from a coaching perspective. But no, I'm just glad we've got something really tangible to play for that's in our hands. I think today's performance, that's what today's performance showed. We can keep things in our hands. Now we've kept in our hands, we've got to make the most of it.
Your treatment room might be a little bit busy on Monday, a few bumps and bruises today.
Yeah, there's a few bumps and bruises. I think the majority of them are probably a bit more down to fatigue, really, in that I think Phil Dolman really brought him off because he started having a lack of game time and getting the amount of running he did in. I thought Woody didn't look like too bad a Hollywood Bunyan and too bad a bank. Obviously the forwards are going to be a bit bumped and bruised because they put so much effort in out there. But no, I think wins help you recover quicker than anything else. We've got the A-League game here tomorrow. That'll be good. The lads will come down and they'll watch the A-League game, and we'll get them in the pool tomorrow over the road and get them some plenty of nice food, into a couple of pasties and the stuff we normally feed them on, cream teas and things like that. And I'm sure they'll be ready to go by the time Tuesday comes around.
Just on the A-League game, it's a nice bonus for the club, isn't it? Great reward for some of the players who've not played so much rugby.
Yeah, definitely. I think the A-League's worked really well for us. These games coming at this stage of the season has kept the whole squad playing, which is important. And I think the whole squad playing now and getting on with things is good. It feels like there's a nice buzz about the place and everyone's enjoying themselves.
Well, many congratulations on today. All the best next week.
Thanks, Ross. Thank you.